Hi, my name is Dalton Miller. I am in a Bailey 6B physics class, and for this pencast I was assigned homework number 1, question number 18. So let's start off by reading the problem. A sound source is located somewhere along the x-axis. Experiments show that the same wavefront simultaneously reaches listeners at x equals -7 meters and x equals 3 meters. Part A indicates what is the x-coordinate of the source. Part B states a third listener is positioned along the positive y-axis. What is her y-coordinate if the same wavefront reaches her at the same instance it does the first two listeners? So first we want to identify the knowns on the problem. So it says that wavefront simultaneously reaches listeners at x equals -7 meters and x equals 3 meters. This will help us with part A. What is the x-coordinate of the source? So one way you could do this is visualize it by drawing a graph. And I'll do that right here. Draw a little quick graph. Number it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This will be -7. This will be 3. Now, there's two ways you can go at this. You can either do it the basic way and just count inwards till you find the center point. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and your center point comes to be -2. Or you can take the two different positions, -7, add it to 3, and divide by 2. This will give you -4/2, and we'll also find the same answer as x equals -2 as your center point. Now, once you've found the center point, you want to count how many spaces it is between each side. So if we look here, we see that the distance between both is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Both of them are 5. We need to know this for the second part. We take the center problem for part B, and let me read part B first. A third listener is positioned along the positive y-axis. What is her y-coordinate if the same wavefront reaches her at the same instance it does the first two listeners? So we can use -2, 0 as the center point, or the x-coordinate. And we can use the position needed to be found, which would be the y-coordinate, for the third listener. We can state that as 0, A, because it's unknown. B. Lastly, the distance between these two is the same as the distance from the source to the first two listeners, which we found to be 5. So if the distance between them is 5, we can use the third distance as just 5, and this will be C. Using the Pythagorean theorem, we can then find the position of the third individual. Let me remind you of the Pythagorean theorem. It is a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Now, if we plug x into A, y into B, and 5 into C, we will be able to find the position of the third individual. Let's do that now. -2 squared plus A squared equals 5 squared. Saw some arrows just to clear up where I got everything. And now once you found this, it's just basic algebra. You're going to be doing squares, subtracting, maybe a square root as well, and you will find your answer. So first we get 4 plus a squared equals 25. You're going to want to subtract 4 from each side. It's going to cancel, and it's going to come out to a squared equals 21. Lastly, you're going to square root both sides so you can get rid of that square, and you will get your final answer for the position of the third individual with a y-coordinate of square root of 21. Thank you for listening, and I hope this helped you.